Brett Doe, the Chatham third base coach, calls out at Daniel Jackson to check his bat, make sure he didn't break it. He inspects it, gives Doe the thumbs up, digs back in. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball up and away. 82 miles an hour out of the right hand of Quinn Holt. It's 2-1.
You wouldn't be surprised if Jackson did break his bat based on how loud that crack was. Just perfectly timed it to make that sound.
2-1 from Holt on the way. Breaking ball high, rather the fastball, and it's 3-1 on Jackson. Just a third of an inning so far for Holt on the summer. He was just added last week to the Bourne roster. He allowed 3 earned runs on 4 hits and only retired 1 batter. 3-1, popped up, right field side. Kelly sprints over, loses his hat, runs into foul ground, and makes the grab near the Bourne bullpen. That's the first out. The thing kept on carrying, tailing down the right field line. And there is 1 away. Wind has been swirling all day at Veterans Field. At the time of first pitch, the American flag in center field was blowing straight out. Now it's gusting out toward right. Helped carry that fly ball from Jackson. So runner on first with 1 away. Bourne 1, Chatham nothing in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Chase Fralick. Swung on and popped foul over the backstop directly behind home plate. It's 0-1. Left-handed hitting Chase Fralick out of Auburn. Enters the game a .247 hitter with 11 runs driven in 26 games. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle, called a strike. No balls and 2 strikes on Fralick. His 27 strikeouts are 3rd on Chatham's active roster. Right-handers 0-2. Fastball lined over 3rd and into left field, a base hit. Freeman moves up to second as LeGrande tosses it in. It's a second single in the bottom of the first for Chatham. Another one with 2 strikes as Chase Fralick goes the other way. And the A's have 2 on with 1 out. Bourne ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the first at Veterans Field, and Ashton Larson comes to the plate. Larson, the left-handed hitter from LSU, will transfer to Texas before next season. Holt set. First pitch to Larson. High, it hits the umpire Joe Caraco in the face and bounces into foul ground on the third base side. Both runners advance. Boy, Caraco wore that fastball which got over Mark Quatroni's glove. He rips off his face mask and shakes it off as he grabs his neck area. And now the Chatham training staff is out of the dugout to check on Joe Caraco. And he is going to walk over to the trainer. He's grabbing at his neck collarbone area. Chatham now has runners on second and third with 1 out. Caraco waves off the trainer. And now Scott Landers, the Bourne manager, walks out to the mound to talk with Quinn Holt.
Holt is holding out his PitchCom device on his left arm, too, and pointing at it. Caraco has gone out there to check on it, too.
Landers came out wielding his PitchCom pitch calling device. And Joe Caraco kind of gives the safe sign as he walks back to home plate, indicating that the Braves will not be charged one of their 5 mound visits allowed for the 9-inning regulation of the game because of the PitchCom malfunction. Back underway, the left-handed hitting Larson in a 1-0 count. Second and third with 1 out, the pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Larson is playing in his final Chatham game. He was here for every game last season with the A's in 2024, from day 1 all the way to the playoff game against Harwich. 2-0. Fastball popped foul over the backstop, offset toward the third base side of home plate. It is 2-1. This season, Larson has played in 18 games. So today is his 60th and final Chatham game. Right-hander set. 2-1 to Larson. Fastball called a strike, low inside corner at 92 miles an hour. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fralick leads off of second. Freeman off of third with 1 out. Chatham trails Bourne 1-0 in the bottom of the first. 2-2 to Larson. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Larson barks at home plate umpire Joe Caraco. He punches him out on a breaking ball low and outside, and there are 2 away. So Larson can't get it done in an RBI situation. And now with runners on second and third and 2 out, Bourne ahead of Chatham 1-0 in the bottom of the first. It's up to Roman Martin to get the job done. Right-handed hitting third baseman from UCLA digs in against the righty Holt. First pitch. Fastball ripped on and fouled back. Big swing from Martin. And he hits a line drive straight back over the backstop and out of play. Martin's a .231 hitter, does have a home run on the Cape League season. He's driven in 5. 0-1 pitch. Fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike on Roman Martin. 2 hits in 4 at-bats last night for Martin at Hyannis. Also showed off his defensive prowess with a couple of sparkling plays at third. Holt's 1-1. Breaking ball flutters over home plate, called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Quinn Holt is a pitch away from escaping trouble in the bottom of the first. Holt comes set. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball grounded right side. Cooney to his left, picks it up. He throws to first in time. The inning ends. Chatham gets runners to second and third with 1 out, but does not score. And after 1 at Veterans Field, Bourne leads 1-0. No Chatham runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left, both in scoring position. After 1 inning of play at Veterans Field, Bourne has the lead over Chatham. Gavin Jones comes back out for his 2nd inning of work on the mound. When we come back, you're listening to Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
At Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Hi, this is Isaiah Lane from the University of San Diego. You listen to the Chatham A's Baseball with Jake Klein and Hudson Ridley on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Back at Veterans Field to the 2nd between Chatham and Bourne, with the visiting Braves in front of the A's 1-0. With Hudson Ridley, I'm Jake Klein. Jason Torres, Mark Quatroni, and Ryan Cooney come to the plate against the left-handed Chatham starter Gavin Jones. He surrendered a run on 3 hits and left 2 on base in his first inning. Torres, the right-handed hitter from Alabama, comes up. That'll be his first at-bat of tonight's game against the lefty Jones. He enters tonight just his 6th Bourne game. Just one of his first 14 in a Braves uniform. Digs into the righty box against the left-hander Jones. Struck out a batter in the first, but also allowed 3 straight singles and a run. First pitch, high on the fastball, 1-0. Torres out of Alabama, where Bourne has procured several players over the last couple of seasons. The Braves had Justin LeBron, the All-American Alabama shortstop, earlier in the season, but he played just 2 games before he left with an injury. 1-0, fastball down and in. 2 balls, no strikes on the right-handed hitting Torres. LeBron is a potential high draft pick in next year's Major League Draft. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball grounded up the middle and through into center field, a base hit. Jason Torres grounds a 2-0 breaking ball right over the second base bag. He's got a leadoff single in the second. It's the 4th hit in the last 5 batters for Bourne. And there's a Brave on first with nobody out for Mark Quatroni. Quatroni, a right-handed hitting catcher out of Cornell. He's set to transfer to Notre Dame for next season. Lefty Jones comes set. Runner on first, nobody out. The first pitch. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. 0-1. Quatroni started his summer with Falmouth. Played twice here at Veterans Field with the Commodores this summer before he left ahead of the Major League Baseball draft. 0-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. Outside corner, it is 1-1. Or rather 0-2 on Quatroni. Torres takes his lead off of first with nobody out. Jones looks his way. Now stares home. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gavin Jones picks up his second strikeout. He disposes of Mark Quatroni in 3 pitches. And there is one away. Bourne 1, Chatham nothing. Top of the second inning at Veterans Field. Runner on first with 1 out. The right-handed hitting 9-hole hitter Ryan Cooney stands in. First pitch, breaking ball called a strike, outside corner, 0-1. Cooney, another stalwart for the Braves this summer. He's playing in his 24th game in the Braves' 34th game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball just upstairs. Count goes to a ball and a strike on the right-handed hitter. Cooney hitting just 185. He's 12 of 65 on the summer. Only a single extra base hit, a double. 1-1. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Jake, you mentioned how Cooney's a mainstay on this team. Most Chatham fans listening, though, you would know it. Because in those 24 games played, Chatham hasn't played Bourne in 23 games until today.
It was exactly a month ago, the last time these 2 teams played. 2-1, runner goes from first. Pitch is a breaking ball, cut on and missed. The throw to second is in time. Got him. Cade Arambidi threw out 3 runners in Hyannis last night, and Daniel Jackson throws 1 out in the second inning tonight. 2 gone.
Both Jackson and Arambidi have looked stellar behind the plate. Noah Miller, who left a week and change ago, was a solid defensive catcher, but Jackson and Arambidi have been on another level.
2-2. Fastball grounded to third. Martin gobbles it up. He slings to first in time to end the inning. So Gavin Jones faces the minimum in the top of the second. Torres hits a leadoff single, then Quatroni strikes out. Torres is thrown out, trying to steal second, and Cooney grounds out 5-3. No Bourne runs on a hit, no errors, and after the caught stealing, nobody left on base after 1.5 innings. At Veterans Field, it's Bourne 1 and Chatham nothing. More Quinn Holt on the mound for the Braves when we return on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Back at Veterans Field, we start the bottom of the second with the Bourne Braves leading the Chatham A's 1-0. With Hudson Ridley, I'm Jake Klein. Right-handed Bourne starter Quinn Holt comes out for his second inning of work. Allowed 2 hits, but no runs. Stranded runners on second and third in the first. Faces the lefty hitting Reed Stallman the first pitch. Breaking ball ducks inside, 1-0. 2 of the first 3 Chatham batters in the first singled against Holt, Freeman and Freilich, and the A's got runners to second and third on a wild pitch but didn't score. 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0 on Stallman. Stallman back in right field tonight for Chatham after he started in left in Hyannis last night. 2-0. Fastball cut on and missed. Stallman with a massive swing, a big uppercut, and he swings over a low fastball. It's 2-1. Two-1. Swung on and line foul to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bourne 1, Chatham nothing. Bottom of the second inning at Veterans Field. Right against left, the 2-2. Down and away, and the count goes full on Reed Stallman. Nobody on, nobody out. 3-2 to Stallman. Holt winds up. The right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stallman was ahead in the count, 2-0. He strikes out. It's the second K for Holt, the Bourne right-hander. And there is 1 away in the bottom of the second for Isaiah Lane. Right-handed hitting shortstop out of San Diego. Comes to the plate. Makes a big practice swing outside the right-handed box and steps in. Holt's first pitch to Lane. Breaking ball called a strike, top of the zone. 0-1. Lane tonight wearing number 5 for the first time this season. He is typically number 1, but he lost his white jersey. 0-1. Breaking ball high. A ball and a strike. So from now on, anytime the A's wear the solid white uniforms at home, Isaiah Lane will be donning number 5. 1-1. Breaking ball chopped toward third. Wires plays in. He steps in on it. He throws to first in time. Beats Lane by a hair. and there are 2 away. Wires at third was already in on the grass. That slow roller, just 53 miles an hour off the bat, rolled toward him, and he stepped in even further to throw out Lane. 2 away. Right on left, first pitch to Hanley. Fastball called a strike, low outside corner. At 92 miles an hour, it's 0-1. Holt set, 0-1. Breaking ball popped up, foul territory on the third base side. Wires sprints over, but he watches it land out of play. Just on the opposite side of the Chatham third base dugout, and Hanley is in an 0-2 hole. Right-hander ready. Holt brings the glove over the face. He winds up. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hanley did not play last night in Hyannis until the 9th inning when he pinch ran at first, but did not move further from there. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quinn Holt works a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. He has K'd 3 of the last 5 hitters he's faced. And that ends the second. No Chatham runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after 2 innings at Veterans Field. It is Bourne 1 and Chatham nothing. The left-hander Gavin Jones comes back to the mound. Don't go anywhere. It's Chatham A's baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham A's on the air.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
In other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound way on down south, way on down south, London town.
Back for the top of the third inning at Veterans Field. It's Bourne 1 and Chatham nothing as the left-handed hitting John LeGrande digs in against the Chatham lefty starter Gavin Jones. Top of the Bourne order to start the third with Hudson Ridley. I'm Jake Klein. First pitch, squares to bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. We are joined by a special guest on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It's Matt Perkis. 1996 Cape League champion with the Chatham A's joins us. There's the 0-1 fastball cut on and missed. 0-2. Matt, how are you?
I'm couldn't be better now, man. This is what a beautiful, beautiful summer night here in Chatham. Glad to be back. Been a while.
So Matt, again, a member of the 1996 Cape League championship team with Chatham. 0-2 coming to John LeGrande. Jones delivers. Fastball down and away. 1-2.
And you said this is your first time back since 1996. Is that correct?
First time back. 29 short years. Yes, a lot of things have changed since then. I've got a wife. I've got 3 kids joining me out here. It couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
1-2. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. What are some of the things that are different about the ballpark now that you're back?
You know, it's funny. I remember the ballpark vividly, but a few things have been upgraded along the way, right? I mean, the stands, the press box, the scoreboard, it's really beautiful. But, you know, the people here are still just as amazing as they were back in 1996.
2-2 in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff man, LeGrande. Bourne in front of Chatham, 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. Nobody on and nobody out. So you had 5 home runs, led the team in 96. We checked the record books.
Wow.
What are some of the memories that stand out from that championship season?
Oh, my goodness. You know, what's always stood out to me.
3-2, chopped foul behind home plate.
Are the guys. You know, the relationships that you build during those summers. You know, you've got 20, 25 new best friends every year, but this was a special team. Got to meet a lot of guys from all over the country that you like to follow their careers after you're done here in the Cape. But again, you know, winning the championship was awesome. All-Star weekend that year was awesome. Not on the team, but I got to be in part of the. Oop, there we go.
3-2, grounded to the right side. Mazan scoops it up at second. He throws to first in time to retire LeGrande, 1 away.
Got to do the home run derby, which was a highlight that summer. A lot of fun. I hit too many balls in warm-ups, unfortunately, so I didn't end up winning that. Should have saved more of those for the actual competition. But yeah, no, the people that we got to meet that summer were amazing, truly amazing.
Right-handed hitting Gavin Kelly steps in with 1 away.
Now I got to talk to Bob Sherman before the game for a bit, and Mr. Troy as well. You know, everything they've done for years and years and years to contribute to not only the team, the players that come through every year, but the community in general. Really special people.
What inspired you to come back now?
Good question. You know, interestingly enough, my son Camden here, my 11-year-old son behind me, is in the area for a baseball tournament up in Cooperstown next week. And I'm one of the coaches on the team, so we decided if we're going to come out all the way to Cooperstown, why don't we spend a couple days in Boston and Cape Cod. They've never been out here before, so got to share some of the old stomping grounds, as they say.
2-0 pitch to Kelly. Cut on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or rather, 2 balls and 1 strike on the right-handed hitter. How'd that home run derby go?
Not well enough. It was a lot of fun. I remember a lot of people being there. Peter Gammons back in the day from ESPN. You know, they were there doing some of the announcing. It's pressure packed, man. You get out there without the cage.
1-2, grounded left side and foul. Skips just past the bag at third and rolls down toward the left field corner.
It's a little different from hitting batting practice. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It's just the pitcher and you out there and everybody. It's odd. It's an odd feeling, but it was good. It's good to experience those things, man.
Where was the derby?
I don't remember what field. It wasn't here, unfortunately, but I don't recall what field where we played that game and had the home run derby, unfortunately.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball line towards second. Mazan leaps. He can't get it. It's into the gap in right center field. Kelly turns first and heads for second. The throw in is offline. Kelly dives in head first with a 1-out double. And a hustle double at that. Stallman and Freeman converged. Freeman had a chance to throw him out. And the ball just rolled under the cutoff man Mazan's glove and then past Isaiah Lane covering second. So Bourne has a runner on second base with 1 out as the right-handed hitting Braden Holcomb comes to the plate.
You say, unfortunately, the derby didn't happen here. What was your favorite part about hitting at Veterans Field?
Trying to hit balls up on that street.
Yeah.
In batting practice, I remember that a lot. Very few made it all the way up there. It's a poke, but that was certainly something we. Although we were supposed to hit the ball the other way up the middle, right, in batting practice, but you got to have some fun. 4th of July weekend here was great too.
Oh, yeah.
That was a beautiful experience. I mean, the crowds, the people.
No square from the batter, Holcomb.
Another fun memory was actually Fenway Park, my first trip to Fenway Park.
Yeah.
So funny story, my father came out to celebrate my 21st birthday that summer. Had my first legal beer at Cheers in the city, and the Sox were out of town, unfortunately.
Pitch to Holcomb, cut on and missed. Breaking ball in the dirt, 0-1.
And so we walked around Fenway, hadn't been there, and said, well, we've got to figure out a way to see the park. Well, there happened to be what looked like the garage door semi-open, so we just helped ourselves, walked right in. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. It was 30 years ago.
Statute of limitations.
Exactly. And walked right down into the grandstands, right field corner.
0-1. Fastball inside,
And
1-1.
Proceeded to walk onto the field, down to home plate, ran the bases, went out, touched the monster, sat in the dugouts.
Oh my goodness!
Our own little two-person tour of Fenway, and then left. And the grounds crew afterwards, up behind the grandstands, were saying, "Can we help you here?" I said, "No, we're all set, thanks." So that was just an amazing experience as well.
Pick to second. Jones throws it into center field. Kelly gets up and runs for third. Freeman bobbles it in center. He throws it back in and keeps the runner at third with one out on the E1.
I will say I'm buying tickets next week, or the week after, sorry.
Oh, yes.
So, but we are going to go to Fenway for those that work at Fenway. We'll be there legally this time.
Good. So you came from the University of San Francisco, where Rich Hill was your coach, the former Chatham manager a couple of years earlier. How did you get to Chatham?
Rich, you know, I had actually transferred in.
Jones comes set. 1-1 pitch to Holcomb. Upstairs, 2-1.
I had transferred into University of San Francisco and came out to play here. And Rich had a lot to do with it. I mean, great guy, great coach. Jermaine Clark and I both came out from the University of San Francisco that summer, lived together. And, you know, the baseball community, the baseball gods, you know, you get an opportunity to come play in a place like this. And
2-1, smack towards center field. Freeman sprints over. He makes the grab. Runner tags. Freeman throws in. It is cut off, and the relay is not in time. Kelly scores on a foot-first slide. It's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Braden Holcomb, and Bourne makes it 2-0 in the top of the third.
But you jump at the opportunity. You know, everybody knew back in the day the quality of baseball here and the opportunity it presented. And so when I got the word, I was on the next flight out. No questions asked.
How do you feel you developed in that time? Do you think your time in Chatham made you better?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, the quality of baseball.
First pitch to Riker Waite. Fastball called a strike, 0-1.
That you face night in, night out and hitting with wood bats. A lot of us for kind of the first time back then it was awesome. You know, and you get to know a lot of the guys that you knew about during college from across the country.
0-1, tapped foul behind the plate. It's 0-2.
Different from reading about these guys in Baseball America, and then you get out here and you get to see them every day. So it was a really cool experience.
I want to ask you about some of your teammates. You mentioned Jermaine Clark, who went on to become a major leaguer. You had Matt Anderson on that team, who was the #1 overall pick in the draft a couple of years later. Also, Sean Camp was a longtime major leaguer who was on that team. But all things considered, not a ton of major leaguers from that 96 team. 0-2, line towards short. Lane makes the leaping catch, and the inning ends.
Yeah, and the guys you named, I think Seth Etherton, you know, got there for a little bit. But, you know, Matt Anderson, I remember one of the first nights he came out to pitch that summer. Tall, lanky kid, Rice University out of Texas. It was a cold night that night in Chatham. He came in to relieve, and he threw 100+ miles an hour. And he hit this guy for one of the first pitches. We thought the guy was out forever. I mean, it was just, it was quiet. That thump was I still remember that. But yeah, no, I mean, guys, Grabowski played in the big leagues from that team.
From UConn, right?
Yeah, from UConn, yeah, exactly. Those guys, it was just so fun to see those guys and think back now. I mean, I'm thinking about being on the field with these guys now as we look out over Veterans Field. Really cool.
Do you still keep in contact with any of that 96 team?
You know, there's this new thing that they didn't have back in the day called Facebook. So on Facebook, I'm friends with a number of these guys, and it's fun. I just had a birthday a couple weeks ago now, and you know, once a year or so, we text back and forth and chat, and it's just great to just follow those guys. You know, we all go out and have our own lives, whether it's college, pro ball, so on and so forth. I was talking to Bob before the game, and we've got attorneys from that team. We've got you know, lots of different, you know, the success you find. I think baseball in general helps to build the skills, the people skills, the dealing with adversity, the things that you need throughout your life. Not just playing on the field itself, but that can carry out and beyond the game of baseball.
How cool is it to bring your family back to Veterans Field?
It's incredible. I mean, I've been so excited to bring them here. And we drove out from Boston today. We walked down Main Street, up and down, got some ice cream at Buffy's. And it's so fun to show them this and be at the game. And they were, during batting practice, they're chasing balls and they're getting autographs from the players. And it just brings you back. Like, I think it's fun for me to see them.
First pitch of the bottom of the third is a fastball called a strike to Trace Mazan. Bourne is ahead of Chatham 2-0. Nobody on and nobody out as we start the bottom of the third inning at Veterans Field. Jake Klein and Hudson Ridley. The pitch. Fastball grounded towards short. Waite fields it between his legs. He shuffles left and throws to first in time. 1 away. Mazan is 0 for 1. 6 straight Chatham batters have been retired. Jake and Hudson chatting with Matt Perkis of the 1996 championship team for Chatham. So we talked about some of the major leaguers off that team, but you know, compared to some of the Chatham teams of the past, I don't know if you know that the 2018 team had 12 major leaguers. There were several off of the 2005 team. Only a handful from that 96 team. What does that say about the team? Breaking ball, chopped foul, first base side by Freeman, 0-1. What does it say about that team, the chemistry, the culture?
Exactly.
That without a ton of huge names on the team, you still win the title.
You know, a lot of it comes down to that. You still got to have some talent, and I will believe that we had some good talent on that team, but the chemistry we had was off the charts. I mean, just thinking on and off.
Pitch, cut on and missed. 0-2 on Freeman.
On and off the field, hanging out with those guys. Going from place to place, hang out at the night. It was a lot of fun. We just had a lot of fun with those guys that summer. It was as if, again, I mentioned you have 25 new best friends every year.
0-2, up and away, 1-2.
That's really how it felt, you know. And you get guys from all over the country, different programs, different experiences coming together, and sharing that experience is what makes it special. And when you win, it helps, right?
Sure does. 1-2 the count on Freeman. 3-0, or rather 2-0 Bourne in the bottom of the third. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So the year after '96, you go back to San Francisco with Rich Hill. You have the championship. You won it. Did you talk about it after you got back at all? What were those memories with Coach discussing it afterwards?
Yeah, you know, he had his own memories from being out in the Cape.
The pitch. Grounded, back up the middle. Waite charges it short. Off-balance throw to first in time. He beats Freeman by a step. 2 gone.
And Jermaine and I obviously got to experience it together. So, you know, bringing back that experience and having our teammates when we got back, hey, what was it like? What was, you know, tell me about this, tell me about that. And so bringing that, I mean, it's a sense of confidence. It's a sense of experience and working, you know, playing with these guys that were such a high caliber across the board here. I think helped to elevate some of our teammates back in San Francisco. Not that we went and won the championship, unfortunately, but it was great to be able to share those experiences for sure.
Nobody on and 2 out as Daniel Jackson comes to the plate. Right-handed hitting Chatham catcher from the University of Georgia. First pitch from Holt. Breaking ball called a strike, outside corner. 0-1. What was it like playing for John Schiffner, the legendary Chatham manager? Back then, it was early on in his tenure.
What a good guy. I mean, I still remember his smile. And
0-1. Upstairs.
One of those guys, you know, there's players, coaches. You knew when it was time to work, but you also had a lot of fun. He realized, I think he had the perspective back then. I can look back at this now at 50 years old and say that it was so good in allowing us to have fun, but also
1-1.
We're here to compete, you know, here to get better, here to improve ourselves, get the exposure that we all wanted. So it was a perfect mix, I think, of the lightheartedness and having fun, but also getting down to business when it was time to play ball.
So 2-1 on Jackson. Bourne 2, Chatham 0. Bottom of the third. Nobody on and 2 out. 2-1 pitch. Flied foul down the right field line. It twists past the Bourne bullpen onto the hill and right, but well foul. Home run distance from Daniel Jackson.
Do you think coming back to Chatham in this experience now will make you want to come back more in the future?
No doubt. I mean, I was telling my wife, I said, you know, just walking downtown, enjoying it, I wish we could spend more time here.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
That
ends the third.
You know, it's obviously we live out in the San Francisco Bay Area, so it's a little difficult to get out here with 3 kids and the schedules we've got with sports and school and things like that, but definitely a destination that now we've been here, I think that they would agree that they'd like to come back and spend some more time.
Well, maybe we'll see you soon. It is 2-0 Bourne after 3 innings. We'll take a break. Matt Perkis, 1996 Cape League champion. Thank you for joining the broadcast.
Thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun. Really appreciate it.
All right, we will take a break. It is Bourne 2 and Chatham nothing as we go to the 4th at Veterans Field. Gavin Jones comes back out. Don't go anywhere.
Chatham A's on the air.
The Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery, welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
In the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside. In other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound.
Back at Veterans Field, we start the top of the 4th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and with your play-by-play, here's Hudson Ridley.
Thank you very much, Jake. A 2-0 Bourne lead as we've made it to the top of the 4th. Gavin Jones on for his 4th inning of work. Jones faces Riker Waite, who leads it off from the right-handed box. Rather Sefcik from the right side. Jones, the lefty, set. His first pitch. Fastball, called strike. 0-1 on Sefcik. 2 runs for Bourne, 1 coming in the top of the 1st, 1 in the top of the 3rd. On 5 hits today, all off the starter Jones. 0-1, breaking ball, sliced right side and foul, 0-2. Jones in his 3rd start today is starting to become a mainstay after mostly coming out of the bullpen for his first few games in Chatham. His 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back to the padded backstop. Slams off of it, and it's 0-2 to the leadoff man. The gray clouds overhead have been there really all day. They continue to loom. The sun now mostly gone. The lights beaming bright. Here's the 0-2. Fastball hit on the ground left side. Lane charges from short, fields it, fires over to first. Got him. Sefcik is retired on the ground out. Goes 6-3 to begin the top of the 4th, and there's 1 gone for Bourne. Brings up the shortstop, Drew Wires. He hits from the right side. Wires today 0 for 1. A fly out to Hanley in left, which ended the 1st. A lot of contact on Jones coming in that frame. 3 hits in the 1st for Bourne. First pitch, fastball off the plate away. 1-0. After Wires, it's the righty Torres. He waits in the on-deck circle. 1-0 pitch. Fastball popped up and foul on the right side. All the way out onto the Little League field to the right of Veterans Field. Ball and a strike on Wires. on his way to Mississippi State after the summer to join quite a few Chatham A's. 1-1 pitch. Fastball hit in the air, out to center field and shallow. Freeman races in, and he makes the grab on a jog in shallow right center field. 2 gone. Not an easy run for Jackson Freeman. He had to get on his horse and hustle. 2 up, 2 down for Gavin Jones. A strike, rather an out away from making it through 4 innings. That's the magic mark that Dennis Cook has said he needs a starter to go for the Major League bullpen to kick in. Nobody up and throwing in Chatham's pen as of now. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Torres. Fastball, called strike on the bottom inside corner on Torres. 0-1. Stands back in, right foot at the back of the box. All crimson red on his gear for Alabama. 0-1. Breaking ball, called strike. Again on the bottom inside corner. 0-2. And Jones just a strike away. Bourne on top of Chatham 2-0. Top of the 4th inning at Veterans Field. 2 gone and nobody on. The 0-2 pitch to Torres. Fastball hit in the air. Right center field. Freeman puts his hands up. He tracks back and he makes the grab on the warning track. At first, Jackson Freeman was motioning out towards right center field and threw his hands up as to say, I don't know where that ball is. He tracked it down and found it in the right center field gap just before the warning track and made the grab for the 3rd out. It's 3 up, 3 down for Bourne as we make our way to the bottom of the 4th. Freilich, Larson, and Martin on when we return. Chatham trails Bourne 2-0 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left.
Bottom of the 4th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Chatham trails Bourne 2-0 at Veterans Field. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. Chase Freilich to lead it off from the left side. He's followed by Ashton Larson and Roman Martin. Left, left, right to face the right-hander Quinn Holt. The starter on for a 4th inning. He has retired 8 straight Chatham batters after allowing 2 hits in the first 3 batters of this outing. Right on left, first pitch. Fastball called a strike at the knees. 0-1. Freilich bends and twists in the left-handed box side to side and smirks. Holt looking at the pitch comm on the left wrist. He's already had issues with it today that warranted a check on the mound from Scott Landers. 0-1, breaking ball, lofted out into left center. Back on it goes Holcomb, and he makes the grab in the left center field gap to put the first batter down, the bottom of the 4th. Holcomb making the start in center today. This is a strange place for him to be, has played a majority first base and designated hitter this season, and now in center field. A big hulking center fielder. Ashton Larson from the left side. First pitch, fastball skips in the dirt out of the glove of Quatroni. It pops up and bounces directly on home plate and up into his arms. 1-0 on Larson. This is his final game in Chatham. Game 60. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 1-0, fastball. Called a strike at the knees, 1-1. Thurman Munson Most Outstanding Player Award last year for the A's. Back-to-back All-Star appearances, had a home run in the All-Star game this year. Many more memorable moments this year for Ashton Larson in his second season with the A's. 1-1, fastball off the plate away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Larson. Holt set. He kicks and deals. Breaking ball fouled off at the plate. Skips up into the gear of home plate umpire Joe Caraco and caroms off to the side. It's 2-2. Caraco was already drilled today. A fastball that hit him square in the upper right shoulder. 93 miles an hour. That's how fast it hit him. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air out to right field. Kelly goes back on it, comes in the right center field gap and makes the grab. 2 gone. Back-to-back flyouts for the A's, and that makes it 10 straight batters retired by Holt. He had gotten off to a shaky start in this one. Singles to Freeman and Frelick, the first and third batters he faced today, and he already came in with an ERA of 81. In his only appearance this year, he had allowed 3 earned runs in just a third of an inning. Now with 2 gone and nobody on, he faces the right-handed hitting Martin. First pitch, breaking ball off the plate. 1-0. Martin 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Bends his knees in the right-handed box. The 1-0. Breaking ball down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Last night had a 2-hit performance. Then while on the base paths, he displayed a new shoelace. He had lost a prior one by sliding up on it and wearing it out. 2-0. Fastball fouled back to the screen. 2-1. The trainer, Aaron, a former hockey trainer, did not have any shoelaces that fit baseball cleats, but did have a hockey skate shoelace, which is much thicker, and placed it through the cleat of Martin. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 2-2. Martin ended up using that for the rest of the game. And a 5-4 Chatham win over Hyannis last night. Martin in a 2-2 count, nobody on and 2 gone. Chatham down 2-0, bottom 4. 2-2 pitch, fastball goes way past Quatroni and sails to the backstop. Count runs full. Martin stands over the box and spits down at the plate. Crowd's on top of it as he steps in and checks his bat towards the mound. Holt still looking at the wrist. Now he comes set. He's got the pitch in mind. Here's the payoff. Breaking ball. Down and away, ball 4. The first walk today for the A's. It's drawn by Roman Martin with 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. And after 10 straight base runners, rather 10 straight outs recorded by Holt, he allows a runner on base. Martin puts the sliding mitt on the right hand, standing over at first, and makes way for Stallman in the left-handed box. 1 on, 2 gone. First pitch, breaking ball, Stallman checks his swing. Appeal goes to second base, where Anthony Brunetti says no swing. He's just offset behind Holt, playing, rather standing, to the right of second base. Runner Martin takes his lead. 1-0, fastball cut on and missed. Heat went high and in on Stallman at 91, and he took a big hack at it and could not connect. Ball and a strike on Reed Stallman. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. 1-1 pitch, runner takes off. Pitch is a ball high, the throw down. Got him. Mark Quatroni nails Martin on his way to second base. A throw that was beautifully placed. And as soon as the glove went down for Ryan Cooney from second, the ball was deposited directly in. Feet ran up against it to nail Martin at second. So the A's do go 1-2-3 in the end. A fly out, and a caught stealing that goes 2-4. Still a 2-0 Bourne lead as we head to the top of the 5th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Dream it. If you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
I'm from my head to the ground. You know it's comes around here. Just about midnight. She make me feel so good, love. She make me feel alright. And her name is G. L. Whoa.
Top of the 5th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and a 2-0 lead for Bourne. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. Gavin Jones on for the 5th. He retired 3 straight batters in the 4th on a ground out and 2 flyouts. And now he faces Mark Quatroni, the right-handed hitter, in the 8-hole. He's followed by the righty Ryan Cooney and the left-hander John LeGrande. The first pitch of the 5th. Fastball down and in. Ball 1. Jake, you have a check on Major League scores presented by Mahi Gold Outfitters.
I do. The Cubs have defeated the White Sox 5-4.
1-0. Fastball chopped on the ground. High hop. Lane fields at short. Off balance throw to first in time to get the runner. 1 gone.
So I believe the Cubs salvaged 1 of 3 in the series against the 38-68 White Sox.
Win yesterday.
Oh, so Cubs won 2 of 3.
Cubs did win the series.
I can't make fun of Hudson.
That's a real shame, isn't it? Your Yankees are doing great, Jake, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Yes, I know that. Ryan Cooney up next in the right-handed box. He bats with 1 gone and nobody on. Jones covers the face with a glove and deals. Breaking ball called a strike at the knees, 0-1. How about a few more scores, Jake?
Tigers snapped a 6-game losing streak with a 10-4 win over the Blue Jays, who have passed the Tigers for best record in the sport.
0-1. Fastball down and in, 1-1.
A hit and an RBI for Spencer Torkelson, a 2018 Chatham A in that game. Also, the Red Sox beat the Dodgers 4-3 at Fenway Park. 2-run homer in that one for Alex Bregman.
That's back-to-back for the Red Sox, isn't it, over the Dodgers?
I believe it is, yes. They take 2 of 3 at Fenway Park.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. So a series win for Boston today.
And Mookie Betts pinch hit in the 9th inning last night in his return to Fenway.
Struck out.
He sure did.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball high. Count runs to 3-1 on Cooney. 2-0 lead for Bourne in the top of the 5th. 1 gone in the bases empty.
Other scores: Orioles beat the Rockies 5-1 after winning 18-0 against the Rockies last night.
That's just mean. You're just kicking someone while they're down. 3-1 pitch. Fastball lined out towards left and down for a base hit. Hanley fires it back in. It's a 1-out single for Ryan Cooney. The 6th hit today for Bourne.
We've talked about my Yankees. They have really struggled, but they did win today 4-3 against the Phillies to salvage a game in that 3-game series. Royals 4, Guardians 1. A's beat the Astros 7-1. And the Mets are in action right now on Sunday Night Baseball.
John LeGrande bats from the left side. Runner on first and 1 gone. Corners in. First pitch fouled off towards the right side. 0-1.
It is Mets 1, Giants 1 from, what do they call it, Oracle Park now in San Francisco?
This is true.
Right.
They call it Oracle Park, yeah.
In my head, it's still AT&T.
Yes. Have you been?
I have not.
Neither have I.
I've heard it's nice.
Pickoff move to first. Frelick fields by his left side. That could have gone by and gone onto the warning track. Instead, Jones retakes the mound with the ball in an 0-1 count. He comes set, rocks back and forth. Another pickoff move to first where Frelick fields. This happened in his last outing against Katuitt, where Jones, all things considered, was doing very well, and then with a runner on first base, threw a ball away that got all the way out into right field, and the runner from first scored. 0-1 breaking ball cut on and missed. LeGrande fooled out ahead of the changeup. It's 0-2.
He's already made a throwing error today on a pickoff to second that he put into center field.
Had advanced a runner all the way up to third, and Gavin Jones knocked him in. Rather, Braden Holcomb knocked him in. Here's the 0-1. Fastball hit in the air, center field. Freeman races in, and he makes the grab. Cooney sprints back towards second base. There's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Brings up Gavin Kelly from the right side. 2-0 Bourne on top of Chatham. Top of the 5th inning at Veterans Field. Gavin Kelly futzing with something at his waist and now steps into the box. Clock starts ticking down from 20 for the lefty Jones. Runner on first and 2 gone. Pickoff move to first. Runner back in time. Cooney standing all the way.
Another funny major league story from today. It was Hall of Fame induction day in Cooperstown. The Giants also had a separate Hall of Fame induction ceremony for their mascot, Lucille, who's in the mascot Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Wow. Another pickoff move to first. Not in time.
And this was a full-out ceremony. Sergio Romo, the old Giants closer, came in to give a speech about Lucille.
Wow.
Philly Fanatic was in attendance. Mr. Met was in attendance. Lucille's parents were in attendance. Even the old Crazy Crab, the old Giants mascot from the 80s, was there.
First pitch. Called strike at the knees on a fastball, 0-2. I'm confused at how Lucille has parents.
Yeah, sometimes they like to bring in the auxiliary characters, like later on. You know, Mrs. Met came around at some point in the past few years.
Here's the pitch, lined into center field, a base hit. Cooney goes up to second base. Kelly's on first with a 2-out single. Runners on first and second for Bourne, and 7 hits off the starter Jones. Dennis Cook giving some encouragement to his starter Jones. Pumps his fist, standing just feet outside the dugout on the third base side, telling him, come on now, here we go. It's often been said that the encouragement from Dennis Cook is one of his best qualities. As a player visiting him today, who plays for him or played for him on the Swedish national team when he was the manager of that team. First pitch to Holcomb. The right-hander takes strike one, down and in. That player from Sweden said when they were playing in an international tournament, he had one of the worst games he's ever pitched. And instead of getting mad, Dennis Cook helped him back up off his feet. 0-1, breaking ball outside and gloved by Jackson, 1-1. The same was said about from assistant coach Brett Doe a few days ago on Catch of the Day. He says the one thing that he's learned from Dennis is that no matter what happens to his players, he'll always be there to pick them up. It's 1-1 to Braden Holcomb. Runners on first and second and 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air, right side and foul.
And we learned Coach Doe can be a little bit of a stickler.
He sure can. Told a story about how a player was late to practice because he blamed it on his alarm. And then when he showed up, Doe made him bring his alarm, a blanket and a pillow, lay down on the field, woke him up with the alarm, and made him run. Jake, I would not like to do that.
Unbelievable.
The hijinks of Tyler Junior College. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball chopped on the ground right side. Freilich charges from first. He fields. Underhand flip to Jones. Taps the bag. Not in time. Holcomb beats him down the first base line. Everybody is safe. And the bases are loaded for Bourne.
Yeah, Freilich decided to go with the underhand flip from about 30 feet away. That was a time for an overhand throw rather than a toss.
Instead, the bases are loaded on an infield single for Braden Holcomb. And now Tanner Riley, one of Chatham's assistant coaches, is making his way to the mound to talk with Gavin Jones. There is no Jay Powell today. He is at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Cooperstown today, which we mentioned earlier on. We will have him on Catch of the Day on Tuesday, to talk over that whole ordeal.
Yeah, Jay's up there to watch his former teammate Billy Wagner inducted into the Cape League Hall of Fame. They spent 4 years together with the Houston Astros.
Wagner also played in the Cape League for the Brewster Whitecaps in the early 90s.
Out of Ferrum College, a D2 in Virginia.
Riker Waite stands in from the right side as Riley heads back to the dugout. He bats with 2 gone and the bases loaded. Bourne on top of Chatham 2-0 in the top of the 5th. The switch hitter hits from the right side against the lefty Jones. Here's the first pitch. Fastball chopped foul left side. Ricochets off the Chatham dugout fencing and rolls all the way down the left field line where Roman Martin scoops it up and underhands it back to the dugout. It's Cooney on third, Kelly on second, and Holcomb on first. The 0-1 pitch to Waite. Fastball in the dirt and blocked by Jackson, 1-1. Waite today is 1 for 2. Single in the first, a line out in the third. Jones looks in. Set at the belt. His 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside. 2-1. This is the first major jam today faced by Gavin Jones. He had runners on first and second in the first and allowed 1 run to come in to score. That was it. Since then, there's only been 1 more runner in scoring position. 2-1, fastball low. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch from Jones. Fastball hit in the air. Left field foul territory. Martin ranges over in fair territory, and it lands foul out of play. Bounces off the side of the turtle. And that sits in left field just in front of the A's bullpen, where the left-hander not Gavin Jones, his Oklahoma teammate Cam Johnson is up and warming. The count runs full. 2 gone. Bases are loaded for Bourne with a 2-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Runners will be off on the pitch. Here it is. Fastball hit in the air. Shallow left field. Hanley in from left. He settles underneath it and makes the grab for the 3rd out. Gavin Jones has a tightrope walk with danger and escapes it. 3 base hits for Bourne, but no runs come in to score on those 3 hits. No errors, and the bases left loaded for the Braves. Still a 2-0 lead for Bourne as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Quinn Holt on for a 5th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
The Cape's leader, sports radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Halfway home on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, it is a 2-0 lead for the Bourne Braves over the Chatham A's at Veterans Field. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. The left-hander Reed Stallman to lead it off, followed by Isaiah Lane and Jake Hanley to face the right-hander Quinn Holt. His first pitch, fastball cut on and missed. 0-1 on Stallman. He came into today with only a 1/3 of an inning pitched. 3 earned runs in that span, an ERA of 81. And so far, he's gone 4 scoreless. 0-1, breaking ball off the plate away. 1 ball and 1 strike on the leadoff man, Reed Stallman. He's already struck out once today against the right-hander Holt. His 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, called strike on the outer half, 1-2. Curveball at 77 from Quinn Holt. Stallman widens his stance in the left-handed box. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball skips in the dirt off the mitt of Quatroni and lands back on the infield grass. Holt starts in on it himself. Quatroni got up to go get it. And the two of them kind of awkwardly, are you going to get it? Am I going to get it? Quatroni ends up picking it up and filing it back to the third base side dugout. 2-2 to the leadoff man, Stallman. Holt delivers. Fastball low and away. Count runs full. 2-0 lead for Bourne. Bottom of the 5th inning. Chatham has just 2 hits today, both of them coming in the first. Since then, only a walk. Payoff pitch. Fastball cut on and missed, strike 3. Stallman K's for the 2nd time today. It's number 5 on the outing for Holt, who came in with no strikeouts to his name up to this point. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Makes way for Isaiah Lane. Shortstop batting from the right side and wearing number 5. We talked about it earlier. Has no idea where his number 1 white jersey is. Right on right, the first pitch. Fastball called strike. Drew Wires, the third baseman for Bourne. Very close to the grass. Possibly expecting a square from the speedy Isaiah Lane. He bats with no one on and one gone. The 0-1 fastball. Fouled off right side, out of play, and lands on the Little League field to the right of Veterans Field. 0-2. I understand misplacing a lot of things. Jake, I know you lose your wallet from time to time.
Often, I would say.
Often? A jersey. That's a bit interesting. 0-2. Breaking ball, spoiled foul at the plate. It bounces near the on-deck circle on the first base side. Still 0-2.
Yeah, I have to have trackers on just about everything I own. Tracker on my keys, tracker on my wallet. I don't know if Isaiah Lane could get a tracker on the jersey.
Probably
that would be a little
not.
tough.
What's the weirdest thing you have a tracker on? 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, high. 1-2 on Lane.
I mean, I guess it would be my car.
I don't know how weird that is.
It's tough to lose, but you never know.
That thing is a behemoth. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, spoiled foul, slams off the netting. Still 1-2.
Got a tracker on my backpack. I've got a tracker on my winter coat.
Winter coat? That's weirder.
I just lose everything.
That is significantly weirder than a car. You can't find the coat?
Well, he can't find his jersey.
You and Isaiah Lane, one and the same. Another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball high out of the glove of Quatroni. It squirts to the backstop, and it's 2-2. I used to be like you, Jake, until I stopped losing things.
Oh, you just decided not to lose things anymore?
I made a mental decision I'm not going to lose things. I've been pretty good with it.
I guess I have a mental decision to make.
You sure do. 2-2. Fastball cut on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Quinn Holt to begin the bottom of the 5th. He Ks both Stallman and Lane. He's got 6 strikeouts already today, and he is rolling. A left-hander slowly warming up in the Bourne pen. But so far, Holt has not needed any help. 2-0 Bourne in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Hanley from the left side bats with 2 gone and nobody on. Righty-lefty, the first pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. A hefty hack from Hanley over the top of the breaking ball. 0-1. He struck out once today in his only at-bat. Came back in the second. 0-1, breaking ball off the plate. Ball and a strike on Hanley. Gets the start in left field today. After being the everyday first baseman to begin the year, he's played in left for a majority now. 1-1, breaking ball cut on and missed. 1-2 on Hanley. Holt needs one more strike to get through 5. He kicks and deals. Fastball off the cold, strike 3. Wow! A very late windup from Joe Caraco. And it's 3 straight Ks from Holt. Dennis Cook is furious in the dugout. That was a dramatic windup and punch out to end the 5th inning. Regardless, Chatham goes 1-2-3, striking out 3 times, and the A's get nothing across as Chatham still trails Bourne 2-0 after 5 innings. When we come back, it's a pitching change brought to you by Chatham Bars Inn. The lefty Cam Johnson on the mound. Straight ahead.
Chatham A's on the air.
Been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
I picked up headed for the sunshine. I left a good thing behind. Seemed all of our love was in vain. Now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. I come here looking for a new life, one I wouldn't have to explain. And that voice that keeps me awake at night, when a little piece would make everything right. If I could just turn off my brain. But now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. We fought hard over nothing. We fought till nothing remained. I've carried that nothing for a long time. Now I carry my operator's license and spend my day.
It's the top of the 6th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and Chatham is still scoreless. It's a 2-0 lead for Bourne from Veterans Field. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. It's a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen for the A's after Chatham starter Gavin Jones goes 5 innings. A left-hander Cam Johnson, his Oklahoma teammate, on to relieve him. 6'6", 256 pounds in his 5th appearance. All 5 coming out of the bullpen. A 4.32 ERA, 7 walks to 11 strikeouts. He faces Cal Sefcik from the right side to lead off the 6th inning. Johnson with a deep breath on the mound. Covers the face with the glove. Winds and deals. Fastball down and away. Ball 1. Johnson's parents have been here for a few days waiting to see him. He was up and warming last night in Hyannis, and now they finally get the chance. 1-0. Fastball down and away. Jackson gloves it to his side, and it's 2-0.
Final line on Gavin Jones. He goes 5 innings, scatters 8 hits, 2 runs. Only one of them was earned, although the error that was committed was made by him. No walks and 2 strikeouts.
2-0 pitch from Johnson. Fastball down and away again. 3-0. And for Jones, the main thing that stands out are those 8 hits. 3 of them in the first, 3 of them in the 5th. Those were the 2 big innings on the base paths, although the bases were left loaded for Bourne in the 5th. It's a 3-0 pitch to Sefcik. Fastball down and away again, and a 4-pitch walk to begin the 6th. Johnson can be hit or miss for Chatham. Last year it was a lot of miss in his first year with the A's. This year it's been mostly hit. Only a 4.32 ERA out of the pen coming into today. Last year walked 11 and struck out just 2. This year those numbers have flipped. He's now walked 8 with the leadoff man on and K'd 11. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get from the left-hander. Drew Wires in from the right side. Runner on first, no one gone. He squares to bunt. The pitch is a fastball. Called strike. Goes underneath the bat of Wires. 0-1. Johnson says he visualizes himself throwing strikes. That has helped him from last year to this year. Pickoff move to first. Lobbed ball to Freilich. He catches it in front of the face, and Sefcik back in time standing. Wires waiting patiently all the while. Here's the 0-1. Fastball down and away again. A ball and a strike on Wires. 2-0. Bourne on top of Chatham in the top of the 6th. Scoreless game since the top of the 3rd. Last time the Braves brought in a run. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, gloved by Jackson. 2 balls and a strike. Johnson stares up into the night sky at Veterans Field. adjusts the jersey, stamps the feet into the mound. He comes set, ticking his forward right foot. 2-1, fastball cut on and missed. 94, bottom inside corner, and he gets wires to turn on it and miss. Dennis Cook from the dugout tells him to get another one. It's a 2-2 count to Drew Wires. Here's the pitch. Fastball, low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson in jeopardy of walking back-to-back batters to begin the frame. It's been a heavy dose of the fastball through his first 10 pitches. 3-2, runner takes off. Pitch is low and away, ball 4. Sefcik heads up to second. Wires makes his way to first, and Dennis Cook emerges from the dugout. Puts the hand up to home plate umpire Joe Caraco and makes his way out to the mound. And Jake, like we've said, sometimes you don't know what you'll get from Johnson. Today may be one of those days where he just hasn't had it. Although he has had some rocky starts to his outings, and after mound visits has settled down at times.
Interesting that after Dennis Cook sent Tanner Riley, the assistant pitching coach, out to the mound for the prior mound visit with Gavin Jones. Again, Jay Powell, the regular pitching coach, is in Cooperstown to celebrate his former teammate Billy Wagner's induction to the Hall of Fame. This time, with Cam Johnson, Dennis Cook makes the trip himself.
Johnson has walked back-to-back batters to begin the 6th. And as Dennis Cook heads back to the dugout, it's runners on first and second. Nobody gone for Jason Torres from the right side. Johnson looks at the runner and deals. Fastball downstairs. A ball and no strikes. 2-0, Bourne on top of Chatham. Top of the 6th, and the Braves threatening to tack on more. (1-0) to Torres. Fastball low and away. 2-0. Jake, now might be a good time to check on the Cape League scoreboard, presented by Sweet Tomatoes Pizza.
Brewster defeated Katuitt 9-1 at Lowell Park. They did get 9 innings in.
That's rare. 2-0, fastball away. 3 balls, no strikes. And now Johnson in jeopardy of loading the bases on one more pitch. He has to take a walk all the way off the mound.
Harwich extended its lead over the East Division to 4 points with a 3-2 win over Yarmouth Dennis at White House Field.
The 3-0. Fastball high and outside. Ball 4, and the bases have been walked loaded. This has happened before to the A's recently. Caden Smith in a relief appearance against Orleans walked 3 straight batters to begin the 7th. We talked about one of Dennis Cook's best quotes last night. When asked about why that happened to begin the frame and what you were thinking, he said, "Why is he walking people?" And you could apply the same thing here. Chase Fralick from first comes in to talk with Cam Johnson. Now the rest of the infield meandering over.
And Fralick's pointing to his elbow, indicating that Johnson may need medical attention.
Now Chatham's trainer emerges from the dugout. Dennis Cook in tow. The entire infield gathers to check on Johnson.
Chris Langley, the Tyler Junior College right-hander, is warming up as fast as could be in the left field bullpen.
Earlier in this Cape League season, when Johnson made his debut for the A's in 2025, he got through 2 batters in a relief appearance, came back on, and while warming up, felt something in his arm. The trainer came and checked on him, and they pulled him from the game. And then Gavin Jones who was today's starter, came on in place of Johnson. He is slowly walking off the mound, head down, as he makes his way back to the Chatham dugout. An unfortunate situation for Cam Johnson. And he's left the bases loaded in the top of the 6th with nobody gone. It'll be cleanup duty for Chris Langley when we return. He faces the right-hander Mark Quatroni in just moments. Chatham trailing Bourne 2-0 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network and needs a shutdown inning from Langley. It's Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it.
And the sun went down as across the hill, and the town lit up. The world got still. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the sea may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Some say life will beat you down and break your heart, steal your crown. So I've started out for God knows where. I guess I'll know when I get there. I'm learning to fly around the clouds. But what goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. I'm learning to fly around the clouds, but what goes up must come down.
Welcome back in on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It's the top of the 6th, and Bourne leads Chatham 2-0. Cam Johnson is out of the ball game with a hurt left arm. He made his way out, and Chris Langley comes in. He takes the bases loaded and nobody gone to face Mark Quatroni from the right side. Langley, in his 3rd appearance this season from Tyler Junior College, has yet to allow a run in 3 innings pitched. Bases juiced, first pitch. Curveball, down and away. 1-0. That's his go-to pitch, the one he says he feels the most confident in. it's looked stellar for him so far. He struck out 5 in his first 3 innings of work. 1-0, breaking ball bounces in the dirt and blocked by Daniel Jackson. 2-0. Taylor Sanagorski giving instructions to the defense on where to move. Mazan and Lane at double play depth. Both Fralick and Martin in off their bags. 2-0, breaking ball, down and away. 3-0 to Mark Quatroni, and there is nowhere to put him. Sefcik on third, Wires on second, Torres on first. All 3 walked against Johnson. Still nobody gone. Chatham needs a strike here. The 3-1 fastball called a strike. Bottom inside corner, and that is what the A's need. Claps from the crowd, whether sarcastic or not. Quatroni stands back in, a 3-1 count. Langley takes a deep breath. He deals. Fastball hit in the air, down the left field line and deep. Going towards the corner. If it's fair, it's gone. It's out of here. A grand slam for Mark Quatroni. He brings home Sefcik, Wires, Torres, and himself to extend the Bourne lead. It is 6-0 Braves in the top of the 6th. A moonshot. It hung up in the air and just carried and carried and carried. 362 feet, 98 miles an hour off the bat. And Quatroni gets celebrations outside the first base dugout from his newborn teammates. As it's 6-0 Braves. Langley now faces Ryan Cooney from the right side. First pitch, breaking ball. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is called a strike. 0-1. Those first 3 runs that came in to score will be charged against Cam Johnson. Here's the 0-1 fastball. Check swing, called strike anyway. 0-2. Jake, some more scores from around the Cape League presented by Sweet Tomatoes Pizza.
So we said Harwich 3 and Yarmouth Dennis 2. Harwich now in first by 4 points. And we also mentioned Brewster 9-1 over Katuitt.
0-2, check swing, called strike 3. Langley punches out Cooney. There's 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Also, Hyannis and Wareham are going down to the wire at Spillane Field. It is 1-1 in the top of the 9th, but the Harbor Hawks have the bases loaded with 1 out. And then the big score for Chatham fans, well, what's happening to Orleans? 3 points ahead of the A's in the East.
First pitch to John LeGrande. Fastball fouled back. 0-1.
The Firebirds are up 8-1 on the Falmouth Commodores in the bottom of the 8th.
As things hold right now, if Chatham loses this game and Orleans keeps that 8-1 win, the A's would be 5 points back of the playoffs. 0-1 breaking ball fouled off at the plate. 0-2. And that would come with just 6 games left to go. Chatham would be behind 2.5 games in the East Division. The top 4 teams on either side make the cut. The A's are 5th of 5. It's 0-2 on LeGrande. 0-2 fastball lined into the glove of Lane. He traps it just over the top of the dirt at short, and there's 2 gone. Bat of as weak of a liner as you'll ever see. Right at Lane, 2 gone. So bad news all around right now for Chatham. The A's last night snapped a 3-game losing streak. But then Orleans won as well, so no ground was made up there. It's Gavin Kelly from the right side. First pitch from Langley. Breaking ball. Low and outside. American flag in center field starting to whip outwards. 1-0. Breaking ball in the dirt, skips past Jackson into the netting. 2 balls and no strikes. The sky is now fully black. The clouds of earlier can no longer be seen. It's been gray all day. Now the 2-0. Fastball chopped on the ground, left side, and foul. Rolls to the third base coaching box. 2-1 on Kelly. Jake, that grand slam really kind of deflating Veterans Field.
How could it not? I mean, Chatham was at least kicking around, keeping it close. That blew it open.
2-1, breaking ball, called a strike. Started in on the right-handed hitting Kelly and then tailed back to the heart of the plate. 2-2.
And just a brutal situation for Langley to come into. He had barely been warming up when Johnson came out of the game and then inherits a bases loaded, no out situation.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball high. Full count, 2 gone. Nobody on for Gavin Kelly. A 6-0 Bourne lead over Chatham in the top of the 6th, courtesy of a Mark Quatroni grand slam earlier in the frame. Here's the payoff pitch. Breaking ball lined right at Lane at short. He makes the grab and ends the top of the 6th. Back-to-back lineouts end the frame, but major damage done by Bourne. The Braves take the life out of Veterans Field on a grand slam, putting up 4 runs on just 1 hit. The other 3 coming in were all from walks when the bases were loaded. No errors and nobody left on base for Bourne. When we return, Chatham needs a whole lot more help. The A's were just struck out in order, and now it's Mazan, Freeman, and Jackson to the plate. Chatham trails 6-0.
Chatham A's on the air.
Welcome back to Veterans Field. Chatham trails Bourne 6-0. Mazan leads it off against the right-hander Quinn Holt on for his 6th inning. His first pitch, high breaking ball, 1-0. 4 runs coming across for Bourne in the top of the 6th inning on a grand slam from Mark Quatroni. That has the score at 6-0. 1-0, fastball, lined out towards right. In on it comes Kelly, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. A leadoff single for Trace Mazan, the first hit of the day for Chatham since the first inning. It's just been that kind of day for the A's. And now Scott Landers has seen enough. Walks out of the dugout, makes a point to the corner where the Bourne bullpen is housed, and there's a left-hander making his way on. Bourne has a 6-0 lead as it gets 5 innings from its starter Quinn Holt, and we have a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen on the other side. We'll get you Holt's numbers plus the new reliever when we return. It is 6-0 Bourne on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Thumb stuck out as I go. I'm just traveling up the road. Maps don't do much for me, friend. I follow the weather and the wind. hitchhiking all day long. Got what I can carry in my song. I'm a rolling stone just rolling on. Catch me now, 'cause tomorrow I'll be gone. Family man gives me a ride. Got his pregnant Sally at his side. Yes, and these are children are a gift. Thank you kindly for the lift. I'm hitchhiking all day long. Trucker gears his engine down. Says climb on up, son, I'm highway bound. Dashboard picture of a pretty girl. I'm riding high on top of the world. I'm hitchhiking all day long. Gear heading to souped up 72.
Bottom of the 6th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, a 6-0 lead for the Bourne Braves, and the day is done for Quinn Holt. He's replaced by the left-hander Joshua Reed from Angelo State, making his second appearance. He inherits a runner on first after a leadoff single from Trace Mazan, and it's Jackson Freeman from the left side to face Reed. His first pitch, fastball low and away, ball 1. Quinn Holt ends up getting through 5 innings, allowing just 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and in the process, he picks up 7 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Fastball called a strike. 1-1 on Freeman. Only 1 inning pitched prior to this for the left-hander Reed. 1 walk, no strikeouts. Didn't allow any runs to come in that inning. He's got quite the cushion now with Bourne on top of Chatham 6-0. 1-1. Fastball hit on the ground right side into right field, a base hit. Mazan holds up at second. Runners go station to station, and Freeman is on board. After Chatham was held off the board without a hit since the first, the A's have put up back-to-back base hits in the bottom of the 6th. 4 total today for Chatham. Brings up Daniel Jackson from the right side. Freeman on first, Mazan on second, nobody gone. Reed looking at the pitch com. Set at the belt. Looks at the runner at second and deals. Fastball high and out. 1-0. This is the most momentum Chatham has had on the base paths since having Freeman on third and Freilich on second in the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Fastball called a strike. 1-1 on Jackson. Back at catcher tonight after last night having some struggles out in right field. Couldn't see a couple balls hit his way late in the game. Has told me that maybe those troubles could possibly extend to the plate too in the darkness. 1-0. Fastball called a strike. Rather the 1-1. That makes it 2-1. Orleans officially clinches a win over Falmouth 8-1. As it stands right now, the Firebirds are 5 points ahead of Chatham in the playoff race for the final spot. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, spoiled foul. Jackson stays alive at 1-2. These games become very important. You get 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie, none for a loss. Chatham right now at 31 points. 1-2 on Jackson. Here's the pitch. Fastball cut on and missed, strike 3. Joshua Reed picks up his first out in the bottom of the 6th. 1 gone for the A's. Runners still on first and second for Chatham, trailing Bourne 6-0. And it's Chase Freilich who comes up to the plate. Had his legs completely straight as he hobbled around the left-handed box. Finally digs in and puts a bend in his knees. Left on left. First pitch. Breaking ball, chopped on the ground, foul to the right side. Bounces off the chain link fence that runs down the right field. Close to the Bourne bullpen in right. Reed wears 2 long arm sleeves, royal blue, for Angelo State, his home college. 0-1 pitch, fastball, high. Just a tinge above the zone. 1-1 on Freilich. Reed walks back up the hill. Comes set. 1-1, runners take off. Pitch is grounded right side, fielded at second. The throw to first in time to get Freilich, and both runners move up. Freeman up to second, Mazan up to third. And now, with a base hit, the A's can chip away. 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Bourne on top, 6-0. Runners on second and third for Ashton Larson. Not many at-bats left as a Chatham A. A base hit here to score 2 would be a good way to leave his mark. Left on left. Reed deals. Fastball cut on and missed. Rather breaking ball. 78 miles an hour. Larson waves over the top of it. It's 0-1. Stands back in the left-handed box. Checks the bat towards the mound. 0-1. Breaking ball. Called strike. Right down the middle on Larson, and he's behind 0-2. Joshua Reed a strike away from working out of trouble. Mazan off of third, Freeman off of second. 2 gone. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, low. Gloved by Quatroni. This is as big of a spot as Chatham has had all day. Can Larson drive in the runners? Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground right side directly at Torres at first. He scoops it up and steps on first base. That is the 3rd out, and Chatham leaves runners on second and third for the 2nd time today. The A's have only had 5 base runners on today and are 0 for 4 and a caught stealing with runners on the base paths. Chatham needs some major offensive help and needs the defense to lock down on the other side. It's Chris Langley back on for a 2nd inning, down 6-0.
Chatham A's on the air.
traffic jam. Staring at the faces in a rearview mirror. Looking at the promise of the promised land. One kid dreams of fame and fortune. One kid helps pay the rent. One could end up going to prison. One just might be president. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue.
We roll on into the night at Veterans Field. It's the top of the 7th inning and a large 6-0 lead for Bourne. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. Chris Langley on. He faces his 3rd batter today as a pinch hitter. Makes his way in. It's Nathan Fink, just added to the Bourne Braves roster from Sam Houston State. Senior to be from Winter Park, Florida. 6'4", 225 pounds. He will bat from the right side against Chris Langley. After him, it's Riker Waite and Cal Sefcik. Fink is in for the righty Braden Holcomb. First pitch from Langley, breaking ball above the zone, 1-0. Fink is so new that coming into today, his number 30 was not known until he walked up to the plate just now. 1-0, fastball, called a strike, 0-1. This is his first plate appearance in the Cape Cod League in 2025. He bats as the leadoff man in the top of the 7th. The Braves on top of the A's 6-0. 1-1, fouled back off the padding. Thumps just to the right of the pitch clock. 1-2. Langley came on in relief of Cam Johnson in the 6th, who had loaded the bases with no outs, all on walks. He instantly allowed a grand slam to Mark Quatroni. 1-2, fastball cut on and missed, strike 3. Nathan Fink is fanned in his first plate appearance in the Cape League. Sends him back to the dugout with 1 gone in the top of the 7th. Something that Langley wants to improve on during his summer in Chatham is fastball velocity. The right-hander sits at just 87 miles an hour. Riker Waite stands in from the left side for the first time today. First pitch from Langley, breaking ball down and in, 1-0. The switch hitter is 1 for 3. A single, a line out, and a fly out in that order. Breaking ball, called a strike on the outside half. It's 1-1. Waite has been a mainstay for Bourne this year. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball low and away. 2-1. Playing in his 29th Cape League game today, in game 34 of the season. In that span, he's hitting .309. 2-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outer half. It's 2-2. Joe Caraco on the balls and strikes today. A reminder, it's Kevin Saxton down the first base line, Anthony Brunetti at 3rd. It's 2-2 to Riker Waite. 1 gone and the bases are empty. Here's the pitch. Fastball roped out towards deep left field. Hanley back on it, and he makes the grab by his left side. 2 gone. Waite gave it a ride, 319 feet. It was well short of the track. And after Hanley hesitated as soon as it was hit, He had the makeup speed to field it just to the left of left center field. 2 up, 2 down. It's Cal Sefcik from the right side. Langley looks in. His first pitch, breaking ball, called strike. Clips the very upper edge. He likes to work around the corners on his curveball. 0-1, fastball, called a strike. And although it's only 87, something he laments, throws it with a good deal of confidence over the heart of the plate a few times, challenging hitters. It's 0-2 with 2 gone to Sefcik. Here's the pitch. Fastball, spoiled foul, off to the right side. Still 0-2. Bourne leads Chatham 6-0 in the top of the 7th. 4 of those runs coming on a grand slam off of Langley back in the 6th. He only gets charged with the home run. The bases were loaded by Cam Johnson, who gets the other 3. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Sefcik lays off of it. Sefcik was one of those who was driven in on that grand slam. 1-2. Fastball chopped on the ground left side. Langley leaves the mound. Martin charges from 30, bobbles it out of his glove, and it's rolling on the infield as Sefcik is safe at first. So it's a 2-out base runner as Sefcik stands on first base. And that is scored as a hit for Cal Sefcik. His second base knock of the day, his 3rd time on. He takes his lead off of first, retreats back to the bag, fixes his belt, and now takes steps off the bag. Drew Wires stands in from the right side. 2 gone in the top of the 7th. Right on right, first pitch. Breaking ball high. Drifts in on the face of Drew Wires. 1-0. Chatham pitching has allowed 10 base hits today, in comparison to just 4 for the A's. Pickoff move to first. Runner back in time. Sefcik retakes his lead. Langley deals. Fastball smoked out towards center field. Freeman goes back on it, settles underneath it, and he's got it for the 3rd out. So a 2-out single from Cal Sefcik. No problem for Langley. He works out of it. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base in the top of the 7th. It's time for the 7th inning stretch from Veterans Field, which means it's my favorite time. Peter Burns.
List tonight: Greta, Taylor, Anthony, Augie. Oh, I know Augie. Abigail. Hi, Augie. Eleanor, Winifred, Margaret, Alex, Allison, Moira, Jack, Cole, Logan, Riley, Chapel, Ryan, Mark, Channing, Driver, Wiley, Sam. Who'd I miss? I said Mark. What's your name? Palmer and Palmer. Are you ready? On 3. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Oh, you'll get rid of my cause it's rude. Rude, rude for the anglers. They don't win, such a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Cape Cod Baseball Network and the A's.
Sports radio, play-by-play. Chatham A's on the air.
Take me out to the ball game.
Bottom 7. It's the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It's a 6-0 lead for Bourne over Chatham. And it's Jake Klein and Hudson Ridley. Those are all facts. Roman Martin standing in from the right side. It's another fact. He leads it off against the lefty, Josh Reed, his second inning of work. Reed kicks and deals. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. After Reed, it's Reed Stallman and Isaiah Lane. Right, left, right for the A's who need runs. Last inning, 2 base hits for Chatham. Just 4 on the board today. Those 2 were the first since the first inning. Here's the 0-1. Fastball called a strike. 0-2 on Martin, who's looked at 2 straight strikes. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Was caught stealing by the catcher Quatroni, who has had himself a day. Caught stealing in a grand slam. Here's the 0-2. Fastball hit in the air. High and deep out to right field. Kelly at the wall, and he makes the grab in front of the wall, right next to the 357 sign in right center field. Just a few feet more, and that would have been gone. Roman Martin was in search of his second home run this season. The first one went to the exact same spot at a different ballpark, opposite field to right center, but he misses it by a few feet. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Defensive change to update you on. Nathan Fink stays in the game. He's out in right. Kelly moves over to left field, and LeGrande into center. Braden Holcomb is out of the game. That's who Fink replaced in the lineup in the top of the 7th. 6-0 lead for Bourne. It's Carmelo Musakia from the right side. First pitch, breaking ball, sails away from the catcher Quatroni, 1-0. Musakia is pinch hitting in this spot for Reed Stallman. Stallman today was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Musakia not included in the lineup tonight. Did make a start last night in center field. Just the 3rd center fielder for the A's this year. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Musakia. Isaiah Lane still on deck, although it does look weird with the number 5 on his jersey. It almost feels like everything is turning upside down. Here's the 2-0. Fastball high. 3 balls and no strikes to Musakia. He bats with 1 gone and the base is empty. Bourne on top of Chatham, 6-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Stands at the very back corner of the righty box. 3-0. Fastball low and away. That is ball 4. 1 out walk drawn by Musakia. Takes off the gloves and leaves the guard right next to the right-handed box for the bat boy to come get. Isaiah Lane passes him on his way and stands in. A few blankets out for fans on the lower grandstand. It has not been the warmest day at Veterans Field. A first pitch temperature of 73, but since then it has kept on dropping. First pitch to the right-hander Isaiah Lane. Fastball outside. 1-0, and now Quatroni wants a word with Josh Reed, the lefty, on the mound.
Low stakes situation for Reed. Good time for Scott Landers to get a look at one of his newer arms. And that's the way it goes late in the Cape League season these days. So many new players coming in that a blowout is a positive, at least on one hand, for both teams, because it gives you an opportunity to see what you have. And some of these guys that just came in, Chatham added 3 pitchers to that.
Joey McManus, a right-hander from Oklahoma, joined the team. William Patterson, lefty from Abilene Christian, and Liam Powell, a righty from Keystone College. Those are the 3 that Chatham has added today. Isaiah Lane from the right side. Ahead in the count 1-0. Musakia leads off of first with 1 gone. Reed looks over and fires. Fastball called a strike. Bottom outside corner on Lane. 1-1. Feels like you never know what lineup you'll get with any of these teams day to day with all of the turnover. Dennis Cook has talked a lot about managing the phones this year. 1-1. Fastball down and outside. 2 balls and a strike on Lane. He says sometimes it feels more like he's just making calls, and it takes away time from coaching the players that he came to coach. Here's the 2-1. Fastball popped up. Count runs to 2-2 on Lane as it rolls out of play. There are a few players in the Chatham order that were not supposed to be on the team when the season started. Guys that were signed later on in the year. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball down and in, and the count runs full. In the order, Trace Mazan, Carmelo Musakia, Reed Stallman, all 3 of those guys were not supposed to be here when the year started and have since come on. All 3 have taken at-bats today. The pitching staff even more so. It's a payoff pitch to Lane. Fastball down and in. That's ball 4. Back-to-back walks drawn by the A's. Back-to-back innings where the A's have runners on first and second with 1 gone. Brings up Jake Hanley from the left side, as there's a left-hander up and warming in the Bourne pen in case Joshua Reed cannot get out of this spot. Riker Waite, the shortstop, comes tighter to the bag at short. Cooney, the second baseman, plays back. Left on left with Hanley, the first pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Pitch is low and away. Hanley held back. It's 1-0. Lane on first, Musakia on second. Here's the 1-0. Fastball hit in the air. Left field line, tailing foul, and it lands in the trees, out of play on the left side. Count runs to 1-2 on Jake Hanley. Some days have been good for Chatham hitting, others pretty dismal. Rather 1-1 on Jake Hanley. Bends his knees, waves the bat. Reed delivers. Fastball, called strike, bottom outside corner. Hanley tilts the head from left to right. Not sure he agreed on that call from Joe Caraco. The outside on left-handed hitters has been open today. 1-2, runner takes off before the pitch. The throw goes to third. Musakia bangs into wires. It gets away into foul ground. Musakia slides in at home. He is safe. Chatham has a run on the board. Carmelo Musakia draws a walk and goes all the way around on an error from Reed that plates him from second. He was breaking from second to first, rather from second to third. The throw went to third and bounced in front of Drew Wires. He couldn't maintain it. As it went away from him, Musakia slid in. Those two collided, and the collision knocked the ball into foul ground. It also advanced Lane up to second. And so now it's 1-2 to Hanley. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed, strike 3. So the A's finally get a little stretch of momentum. And just like that, Strike 3 on Hanley. Sets him down on strikes for the 3rd time today. 6-1, Bourne on top of Chatham. Bottom of the 7th inning. Trace Mazan from the right side. First pitch, fastball. Called a strike, bottom inside corner. Two gone and a runner on second for Mazan. Leans back in his stance. It's an 0-1 pitch from Reed. Fastball high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lefty still up and warming in the Bourne pen. All Reed needs is 1 more out to end the 7th. 1-1, breaking ball. Ducks downstairs and blocked by Quatroni behind the plate. Quatroni on his 2nd Cape team this year. Started with Falmouth, put his name in the draft, left Falmouth, didn't get drafted. Now signed with Bourne. 2-1 count to Mazan. Here's the pitch. Fastball, called strike. Very top edge on Mazan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Runner on second. A single would most likely score Lane from first. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, check swing, ball bounces in the dirt, appealed down to first, no swing, says Kevin Saxton. Mazan held back and the count runs full. Riker Waite at short is playing way back with his heels on the grass. Ryan Cooney ready to back pick Isaiah Lane. He stands closer to the second base bag than Lane does. 3-2 with 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. That is the 3rd walk of the inning for Josh Reed. And the A's have 3 base runners in a frame for the first time today, as Scott Landers makes the walk out from the dugout. Looks like the day for Josh Reed is done. Point goes down the right field line to the bullpen. We will have a Chatham Bars Inn call to the bullpen when we return. It's a 6-1 lead for Bourne over Chatham in the bottom of the 7th. The A's have runners on first and second with Jackson Freeman, the team's leading hitter, up to the plate.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Nobody on the road
I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of. I can see you. Your brown skin shining in the sun. I see you walking real slow and smiling at everyone. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the poison summer has gone.
Welcome back to Veterans Field on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It's the bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second with 2 gone. And it's a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen. The left-hander Will Whalen is on for his 8th appearance of the season. That ties a team high. He faces Jackson Freeman from the left side. Whalen's first pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike. Bottom outside corner. 0-1. Whalen has pitched 16 2/3 innings, only giving up 2 earned runs in that span. That's an ERA of 1.08. His 0-1 fastball, high and out. 1-1 on Freeman. In his first 7 appearances, walked 6, struck out 15. Runners take leads off of first and second. 1-1. Breaking ball hit in the air, out to left field. Kelly goes in on it, and he makes the grab to end the 7th. Chatham yet again leaves runners on first and second, but for the first time today, the A's are on the board. Chatham gets 1 run, coming on no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. The A's need some help here. Chatham trails 6-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. Things have not looked good. Only 4 hits at the plate as Bourne has wailed out into the lead, knocking in 10, including a grand slam. As it sits right now, Chatham is 5 points back and needs a win to keep making a playoff push. Jake Klein has the rest of your game on the other side.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC. In the sun somewhere, there's some buddies in a Chevy turning up Tom Petty on the way to the Cape. They'll be there all day. In the sun somewhere, there's a home run ball flying over that wall off of Little League bat. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It's a road trip on a wild tear, and I'll call you when we get there. Here's to making that coffee can cash. Here's to making those good times last. 2 for 1, the fireworks and cold beer in my right hand. Pretty girls in a top-down Jeep, wind blowing through their bleached blonde hair, having fun forever young out there in the sun somewhere. Between May and September, it's windows on a road and a grape snow cone and a feet on the dash. A shotgun seat laid back, and you'll always remember that Malibu buzz and a Sonic cup and a shirt on the limb. Oh, and you're jumping in. Here's to making that coffee can cash. Here's to making those good times last. 2 for 1, the fireworks and cold beer in my hand.
We've reached the 8th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and Jake Klein has you the rest of the way.
All right, Hudson. We go to the 8th, Bourne 6, Chatham 1. And the A's make a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen. They bring on the right-hander Joey McManus from the University of Maryland to make his Chatham debut. Just added to the roster today. And he takes over with the A's behind by 5 and just 6 outs to work with. First, McManus must get through the top of the 8th. It's the bottom third of the Bourne order. Jason Torres, Mark Quatroni, and Ryan Cooney against the right-hander McManus. Right on right, first pitch to Jason Torres. Fastball called a strike, outside corner at 91 miles an hour. It is 0-1. McManus is set to make the transfer from Maryland to the University of Oklahoma next season. He is a 6'5", 225-pound righty from Emmitsburg, Maryland, and making his Chatham debut. Throw strike one, and then Daniel Jackson, the A's catcher, adjusts the helmet, takes it off behind home plate, now flips the mask back on, and is ready to go. Back into his crouch with the count 0-1 on Torres. Carmelo Musacchio, who pinch hit last half inning, remains in the game as the Chatham right fielder. 0-1, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-2. Musacchio caused some havoc on the base paths and provided Chatham with its first run of the game when he walked, moved to second, then stole third and advanced on a throwing error by the pitcher, Joshua Reed. 0-2, swing and a miss. 3 straight pitches, and Joey McManus strikes out, the first Cape League hitter he sees in 2025. 1 away. Bourne 6, Chatham 1, top of the 8th inning. Nobody on and 1 out. And now the right-handed hitting Mark Quatroni comes back to the plate for the first time since his grand slam. Made it 6-0 Bourne in the 6th. McManus comes set, first pitch. Breaking ball hit him. Gets him in the front left arm. And Quatroni jogs down to first.
Very different first 2 at-bats. You strike a guy out on 3 pitches, your first guy you face in the Cape League, and then you drill the next on the first pitch.
So Quatroni on. He's on for the second time. He's a runner on first with 1 out, and the 9-hole hitter Ryan Cooney steps in. He's the second baseman from Oregon, and he's 1 of 3. McManus comes set from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. The first pitch, fastball called a strike, outer third at 91 miles an hour. It's 0-1. McManus just finished up his second year with Maryland. He deals 0-1. Fastball popped into right center field. Freeman trots over from center in the gap. He comes to a stop, shuffles left, and makes the catch by his left side for the second out. McManus retires 2 of the first 3 hitters he faces. There are 2 away as the Bourne order turns over, and the left-handed hitting leadoff man John LeGrande comes back to the plate. More on McManus, who was used pretty frequently at Maryland. 89 1/3 innings over his freshman and sophomore seasons with the Terps. And he pitched to a 6.55 ERA. First pitch, breaking ball called a strike, outer third, 0-1. 31 strikeouts this past season for McManus in the Big Ten, but 32 walks. 0-1 pitch to LeGrande. Fastball just downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. McManus, one of the 3 Chatham pitchers added to the roster today, joins Abilene Christian lefty Will Patterson and Keystone College right-hander Liam Powell. 2-2 pitch. Tagged on the ground, fair, inside third and down the left field line. Quatroni turns second and heads for third. He puts the brakes on as Hanley comes up with it in left and tosses it back in. John LeGrande hits an opposite field 2-out single past Roman Martin at third. Quatroni up to second, and Bourne has runners on first and second with 2 out. Still leading Chatham 6-1 in the top of the 8th. The A's have mustered just 4 hits on the night, 2 in the first and 2 in the 6th. Meanwhile, that single from LeGrande was Bourne's 11th hit of the night. First and second, 2 out. McManus faces the right-handed hitting Gavin Kelly. He deals. Breaking ball, chopped left side. Lane charges at short. From 1 foot, he throws to first. Freilich stretches. They got him. Joey McManus works a scoreless first Cape League inning. He works around a 1-out hit by pitch of Quatroni and the 2-out single by LeGrande and hangs a 0. No Bourne runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base after 7.5 innings at Veterans Field. It is Bourne 6 and Chatham 1. Will Whalen comes back out to pitch the bottom of the 8th up next on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look, it's killing me. And taking control. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I missed the bright side.
Back at Veterans Field, time for the start of the bottom of the 8th inning with the Bourne Braves in front of the Chatham A's 6-1. Chatham entered the night 3 points back of 4th place Orleans for the 4th and final Cape League playoff spot in the East Division. Orleans won tonight 8-1 over Falmouth. So Chatham is 5 points back and staring down a 5-run deficit with 6 outs left to work with. Will Whalen, the lefty on the mound for Bourne, deals the first pitch to Daniel Jackson. It's low, 1-0. Jackson tonight is 0 for 3. He flied out to right and since then has K'd twice, both times swinging. 1-0. Fastball popped up on the infield. The shortstop Waite jogs in. He settles under it and makes the catch by his left ear for the first out. Daniel Jackson is 0 for 4. He pops out to short, and Chatham is down to its final 5 outs as the left-handed hitting Chase Freilich digs in. Freilich tonight is 1 of 3. He singled in the first but was stranded on second. A's got runners to second and third with 1 out in that first inning, but didn't score when Larson struck out and Martin grounded out. First pitch to Freilich. Fastball down and away. Quatroni drops it. It doesn't even roll out of the circle around home plate. And instead of retrieving it, Quatroni just sticks his hand out for Joe Caraco to put a new baseball in. 1-0 on Freilich. Whalen comes set on the mound. Left on left, the 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike on the outside corner. Freilich rolls his head as he steps out of the left-handed box. It's 1-1. Joe Caraco has drawn the ire of both sides tonight. 1-1. Breaking ball line foul. Off the net backstop. A ball and 2 strikes on Freilich. When Caraco punched out Jake Hanley to end the bottom of the 5th, it was an awfully delayed punch out that caused Dennis Cook to get up out of his seat and start yelling near the Chatham dugout. 1-2 pitch. Fastball cold, strike 3. Freilich goes down looking. He drops to 1 of 4 on the night. It's the first strikeout out of the bullpen for Will Whalen. And there are 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Still nobody on. Bourne 6, Chatham 1. Bottom of the 8th. And the left-handed hitting Ashton Larson digs in for what could be his final Chatham plate appearance. Whalen set. First pitch. Lined up the middle. Waite goes back. He makes the catch in shallow center field on a line and ends the inning. Chatham goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's time for the 9th at Veterans Field. Bourne in front of Chatham 6-1. And the Braves send the middle of the order to the plate when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Back at Veterans Field, we start the 9th. It's Bourne 6 and Chatham 1 with Hudson Ridley. I'm Jake Klein. The A's, barring a comeback, will drop to 5 points out of the 4th and final East Division playoff spot with 6 games to play if they cannot mount a turnaround in this final inning. To hold Bourne in the top of the 9th, Chatham makes a Chatham bars in call to the bullpen. The 5th A's pitcher of the night is the right-hander Liam Powell. He makes his first Chatham appearance on his first day added to the roster. He's a 6'3", 190-pound righty from Phillipsport, New York, out of Keystone College. And after Joey McManus worked a scoreless inning in his first frame with the A's, now Powell tries to do the same. Faces the right-handed hitting right fielder Nathan Fink, also in his first Cape League game. Powell delivers. Fastball down and in, 1-0. It's a low kind of 3/4 arm slot for the righty Powell. Fastball tops out right around 90 miles per hour. 1-0. Breaking ball tapped foul. Off the brick portion of the backstop near the Bourne on deck circle, offset toward the first base side of home plate. That's 1-1. Nicked off of Daniel Jackson, the catcher, who walks around behind home plate as the umpire Joe Caraco walks out to the mound, chatting with Powell in front of the hill, just giving Jackson a second to shake it off.
Caraco is just lollygagging at this point.
Well, Jackson asked for the ball from the pitcher Powell. Now he's trying to throw it a couple of times back to the mound just to make sure that throwing arm or hand that got hit is all right. And he almost sailed the first couple right over the mound. His third one was on target, though, and so he squats back behind home plate, ready for the 1-1 pitch from Powell to Fink. Right-hander deals. Fastball. Called a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fink entered as a pinch hitter in the 7th and took over in right field. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nathan Fink has K'd in his first 2 Cape League plate appearances. 1 up, 1 down in the league for Liam Powell. He strikes out the first batter he sees.
The shortstop, number 3, Riker Wayne.
So 1 out and nobody on in the top of the 9th, and the switch hitting shortstop Riker Waite comes to the plate from the left side against the righty Powell. Powell delivers. Fastball down and out, 1-0. At Keystone, Powell had an ERA just over 4 this spring. Playing for Brewster manager Jamie Shevchuk. 1-0. Fastball chopped foul. First base side. Bounces off the side fencing and caroms toward the chalk in shallow right field. Shevchuk, in his 8th season as Brewster's skipper, is also the head coach at Keystone. His pitching coach in Brewster is also the Keystone pitching coach, Brian Del Rosso. 1-1, fastball downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Late in the season, there's been several Keystone players, but especially pitchers, in the Cape League, and that's because of that connection with Shevchuk. 2-1, fastball tapped out in front of home plate, but Jackson grabs it foul just behind the right-handed batter's box, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Riker Wade. Only occasionally does Shevchuk take a Keystone player himself on the Brewster roster. He prefers to spread them around to other teams. 2-2 to Wade. Fastball broken back grounder to second. Mazan shuffles to his left. He picks it up and throws to first. In time. 2 gone. Two up, 2 down for the right-handed reliever Liam Powell in his Cape League debut. And now with nobody on base and 2 away, Bourne in front of Chatham 6-1 in the top of the 9th. The right-handed hitting Cal Sefcik steps in. Powell, the Keystone College right-hander, set. First pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Misses down and away. No appeal, and it's ball 1. Tonight's Bourne starter, Quinn Holt, was from Keystone College. He'll transfer away from the Giants for a graduate year at Utah Valley. 1-0. Breaking ball way down and out. Jackson gloves this one in the left-handed box. It's 2-0.
It's a good tool for Shevchuk to use. He doesn't have to load up his own roster, but he knows a lot of his guys can get experience against high-level college talent.
2-0 pitch. Downstairs, Jackson can't pick it on one hop. It pops out of his glove, and it's 3-0. It's easy to see how that connection started. Scott Landers, the Bourne manager, is a former Jamie Shevchuk assistant at Brewster, as is Ryan Smythe, the Wareham manager. Both have been on the list of teams that have added Keystone players over the years. 3-0. Fastball called a strike. Outside corner, it's 3-1. And so, as Jamie Shevchuk becomes familiar with more and more coaches across the Cape League in need of arms, he sends them Keystone players. 3-1. Down and away, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk drawn by Cal Sefcik. He's on for the 4th time today. And Bourne has a runner on first with 2 out, leading Chatham 6-1 in the top of the 9th. And the right-handed hitting Drew Wires comes to the plate. Wires in the back of the right-handed box. Powell comes set from the stretch. First pitch. Fastball just downstairs. Wires starts his hands around but lays off. It's 1-0. If you're Jamie Shevchuk in Brewster, why not send the pitchers you're so familiar with to all these other teams? They're going to pitch against you. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike, outside corner, 1-1. Seems like half of the other teams in the Cape League have a pitcher on staff that Shevchuk and his coaching staff are acutely familiar with.
An inside agent.
1-1. Breaking ball, broken back, grounder to short. Lane charges, off balance throw goes to first in time. The inning ends. Liam Powell works around a 2-out walk of Cal Sefcik, and he pitches a scoreless inning in his Cape League debut. No Bourne runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. Chatham needs 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th to keep this game going. It is 6-1 Bourne after 8.5, and the left-hander Will Whalen comes back out to try to end the ball game. It's Martin, Musakia, and Lane to the plate for Chatham. On the other side, you're listening to the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's, Chatham on DRC.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. To the bottom of the 9th at Veterans Field, it is Bourne 6 and Chatham 1. Final 3 outs to work with for the A's, and they send Roman Martin to the plate. Right-handed hitter leads it off against Bourne's left-handed reliever, Will Whalen. Whalen comes set, left on right matchup. Here's his first pitch. Fastball called a strike, inside corner, no balls and a strike on Martin. Martin tonight is 0 of 2. He grounded to second to strand runners on second and third in the first, walked in the fourth, and flied to deep right in the 7th. 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Quatroni can't pick it on one hop. It falls out of his glove as he stands up. It's 1-1 on Martin. After Martin, it's Carmelo Musakia and Isaiah Lane. 3 right-handed hitters due up against the lefty. Whalen trying to close it out. The 1-1. Fastball drilled to center field. LeGrande sprints back in front of the track. He reaches up and grabs it. It bangs up against the fence in right center. It's a loud first out off the bat of Roman Martin. The second ball he's given a ride tonight, but he's got nothing to show for it. 0 of 3, and Chatham is down to its final 2 outs.
If he hit that earlier in the game with Braden Holcomb in center, that's probably down for extra bases. You move LeGrande to center now, there's no chance it gets down.
Nobody on and 1 out for Musakia. First pitch. Fastball called a strike, high inside corner, 0-1. Musakia pinch hit for Reed Stallman with nobody on base and 1 out in the 7th, and almost single-handedly manufactured the only Chatham run of the game. 0-1. Fastball inside. Musakia dances out of the way of it as it tips off Quatroni's glove and rolls to the backstop. A ball and a strike. Musakia walked, moved to second when Isaiah Lane walked, then stole third before the pitcher Reed had even thrown it. 1-1. Breaking ball line foul. First base side and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. So Reed just stepped off and threw to third, and he threw it away. Off of Wire's glove at third and up the line. And Musakia came home to score. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bourne in front of Chatham 6-1. In the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on and 1 out. 2-2 to Carmelo Musakia. Whalen set. He comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Musakia chases a fastball high and outside. And there are 2 gone. Chatham is down to its final out. In danger of dropping its 4th game in the last 5. The last hope is Isaiah Lane, the right-handed hitting A's shortstop. He tonight is 0 for 2. A ground out to third and a strikeout swinging, plus a walk. Whalen delivers in the dirt. 1-0. Chatham will fall with a loss, 5 points back of the final East Division playoff spot, still chasing Orleans. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. A's are off tomorrow before they visit red-hot Wareham on Tuesday for their 2nd and final trip to Spillane Field. Whalen deals. Fastball called a strike, inside corner, and the A's are down to their final strike. Bourne 6, Chatham 1. Bottom of the 9th. Nobody on with 2 out. Lefty Whalen set. His 1-2 to Lane. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bourne wins. Chatham snapped a 3-game losing streak in Hyannis last night and comes back to Veterans Field and falls 6-1 to the Bourne Braves. The A's have lost 4 of 5 and are 5 games back of a playoff spot with 6 to play. That's a final from Veterans Field. Bourne wins it 6-1 over Bourne. We've got the Anglers Extra pregame. Nope. We've got the Anglers Extra postgame show coming up next. Hudson will have an interview. I will walk you through the highlights presented by Touchstone Closing. It is Chatham's 4th loss in the last 5 games, and the A's are running out of time to make a push at the 2025 Cape League playoffs. Bourne 6 and Chatham 1, the final from Veterans Field. The Anglers Extra postgame show is next.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's, Chatham on TRC. When the lights go down in the city and the sun Extra.
It's the Anglers Extra post-game show. Chatham falls 6-1 at home against the Bourne Braves. I'm Jake Klein, high above Diamondside, with you at Veterans Field. Chatham has lost 4 of its last 5 games and now sits 5 points back of the final East Division playoff spot with 6 games left to play on the 2025 regular season. It's time for your highlights, presented to you, as always, by Touchstone Closing. And we start in the top of the first. Bourne got back-to-back singles from Braden Holcomb and Riker Waite with 2 out against the Chatham starter Gavin Jones. And then with runners on second and third, the right-handed hitting Cal Sefcik came to the plate. 2-1. Runner goes from first, pitches lined through into right field, a base hit. Holcomb trots home to score. Waite falls as he turns second to throw back in. Safe at second. But Cal Sefcik lines an RBI single through the right side, and Bourne strikes first. It's 1-0 Braves in the top of the first inning. So Bourne took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. We'll get you the rest of those highlights in just a moment. But first, let's send it down Diamondside with Hudson Ridley.
Thank you very much, Jake. Standing here with Ashton Larson after Chatham falls at home to Bourne in what is your last Chatham game, Ashton. You've played 60 games for Chatham as of today. When I say that number, what do you think about?
Gratitude. I'm really grateful to both coaching staffs that have believed in me and had me up here, and both summers have been amazing experiences. And yeah, just super grateful for the opportunity to come up here and get at bats and play and get better and meet 2 different groups of awesome guys and play with them. It's been fun, a lot of fun.
What do you remember the most from your time in Chatham?
Yeah, probably the teammates, both teammates. Like the relationships you build up here are really cool because it's guys that you play against, a lot of guys that you play against and compete against during the spring, and getting to know them as people, not just as the guys you're competing against, is a special thing. I think it's pretty unique. So I'll remember that, and I'll obviously have those relationships for the rest of my life. So again, super grateful for that. And then the competition, again, is awesome to come up here and play with wood bats and to compete and get better and work on things. And it's a unique thing because you're playing every day up here. And it's not like just a weekend and a midweek. It's 6 days a week sometimes. And, to build off things, to stay hot, to, if you're going cold, to make an adjustment and fix it so you don't spiral out. Like different things like that. You learn how to handle that, and I think it helps you grow up a lot. And it's definitely helped me grow up a lot.
In your 2 years, you won Thurman Munson Most Outstanding Chatham Player. Last year, you were a 2-time All-Star. Do you think when you leave here, you'll have the chance to think about what your legacy in Chatham is?
I don't know about legacy. I mean, I just want to be thought of as a really good ball player who plays the game really hard. And that's anything else is kind of gravy after that. I try to play the game the right way. I try to give it my 100%. I try not to give away any at-bats, and I hope my play is reflected in that. And then again, I hope we win as many games as possible. I was really proud of the playoff run that we were on last year, and hopefully they finish strong and we win. And, like the team aspect of that is just as important to me as anything that I accomplish individually.
You have your family out here as you head out. What does it mean to have members of the people you love out here?
It's super special. They've been unbelievably supportive through every step of the way. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. And yeah, again, to have their support, I don't really have the words. Like, it's kind of hard. I could talk about them for hours, just the commitment that they make to supporting me and being there for me, and ups and downs and highs and lows. Like, they're there for me always. So I can't be more grateful to them than that.
Thank you, Ashton. Congratulations on your time in Chatham.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, back to Jake Klein with the rest of your Anglers Extra postgame show.
All right, Hudson. There is Ashton Larson after his 60th and final Chatham game. And he ends it with a 6-1 loss at Veterans Field to the Bourne Braves. Chatham has dropped 4 of 5. All right, back to our highlights presented by Touchstone Closing. We left off after Cal Sefcik hit an RBI single to make it 1-0 Bourne in the top of the first. Chatham came back with the makings of a rally in the bottom of the first, but left runners on second and third. It wasn't There wasn't another run until Bourne had a runner on third with one out in the third inning, and the 3-hole hitter Braden Holcomb came up. 2-1, smack towards center field. Freeman sprints over. He makes the grab. Runner tags. Freeman throws in. It is cut off, and the relay is not in time. Kelly scores on a foot-first slide. It's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Braden Holcomb, and Bourne makes it 2-0 in the top of the third. So it was 2-0 Bourne after Holcomb's sacrifice fly, and Chatham really didn't do much in the middle innings. The A's did not have another hit until the bottom of the sixth inning. It was the top of the sixth, though, when Bourne really broke this game open. Cam Johnson, the Oklahoma lefty, came in and walked 3 consecutive hitters and then exited the game with an arm injury. Chris Langley came in, and here's how Mark Quatroni, the Bourne catcher, greeted him.
Langley takes a deep breath. He deals. Fastball hit in the air, down the left field line and deep. Going towards the corner. If it's fair, it's gone. It's out of here. A grand slam for Mark Quatroni. He brings home Sefcik, Wires, Torres, and himself to extend the Bourne lead. It is 6-0 Braves in the top of the sixth.
So Quatroni's grand slam blows it open, 6-0 Bourne. It wasn't until the bottom of the seventh where Carmelo Musacchio pinch hit, walked, moved to second, and then created the lone Chatham run of the game by himself.
1-2, runner takes off before the pitch. The throw goes to third. Musacchio bangs into Wires. It gets away into foul ground. Musacchio slides in at home. He is safe. Chatham has a run on the board. Carmelo Musacchio draws a walk and goes all the way around on an error from Reed that plates him from second. He was breaking from second to first, rather from second to third. The throw went to third and bounced in front of Drew Wires. He couldn't maintain it as it went away from him. Musacchio slid in. Those two collided, and the collision knocked the ball into foul ground.
So Musacchio came home to score. That made it 6-1 Bourne in the bottom of the seventh, and that was all Chatham would get. Bourne 6, Chatham 1, bottom of the ninth. Nobody on with 2 out. Lefty Whalen set. His 1-2 to Lane. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bourne wins. Chatham snapped a 3-game losing streak in Hyannis last night and comes back to Veterans Field and falls 6-1 to the Bourne Braves. Chatham has now dropped 4 of its last 5 games and sits 5 points back of 4th place Orleans for the final Cape League East Division playoff spot with 6 games left to play. Those were your highlights presented by Touchstone Closing. To put a bow on this one, Bourne wins it 6-1. The Braves get up to 500, 16-16-2, 34 points. Good for second in the Cape League West Division, I should say. Chatham is 14-17-3 on 31 points. That is last in the East Division. 6 runs on 11 hits, 1 error with 9 left on base for Bourne. For Chatham, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on base. The winning pitcher is Quinn Holt of Bourne. He is 1-0. The losing pitcher is Gavin Jones of Chatham. He is 0-1. Game started at 7:05. It ended at 10:13, a 3-hour and 8-minute game in front of 2,450 spectators at Veterans Field. Chatham is off tomorrow, but the A's return on Tuesday to face the Wareham Gatemen, one of the hottest teams in the Cape League that has won 9 of its last 12 games. That's Tuesday, 6 o'clock from Spillane Field in Wareham. We'll talk to you at 5:40 on the Anglers Extra pregame show. For our producer, Beckett Calkins, and my partner, Hudson Ridley, it's a 6-1 Bourne winner at Veterans Field. I'm Jake Klein saying so long.
Chatham Anglers Baseball 2025 has been brought to you by the Chatham Bars Inn, Chatham Clothing Bar, Touchstone Closing, Mahi Gold, Chatham Paint and Hardware, Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, the Red Nun Bar and Grill, Short and Sweet Ice Cream, Cape Cod 5, and by the Chatham A's.
Chatham A's Baseball, sports radio, play-by-play, summertime on Cape Cod.
This has been an exclusive presentation of Chatham A's Baseball on TRZ Team Line.
Chatham on TRZ.